Well, all I can say is we are getting growth which is ahead of the market.
Yeah.
And when growth is ahead of the market, it means that we are gaining some market share. And to that extent, it is a combination of intrinsic market growth, which is the overall consumption growth in the market, and some improvement in our competitive position, which is market share. But a large part of it is on account of market growth, and we have a role to play in terms of driving market growth by driving development of markets, development of new segments, development of new categories into the future. That's difficult for me to say. In fact, as an outlook, like I said, we need to watch the next 6 to 12 months carefully. We are living in very volatile times, and one of the things that we need to do in this time is to make sure that our cycles of planning, decision making have to become shorter, so that we are able to respond to changes that might take place in the environment that we find ourselves in. 2 years ago, we were tracking take something like a pricing or a promotional activity which you had to run because of competitive pressure in the market. If that activity, between the time you spotted it, decided, took a decision and executed it, if that took, let's say, 90 days, we had set a goal for ourselves that we want to halve it. Yeah? And I think we're pretty much in that position where we would halve it. Yeah? So that's the shortening of cycles that I talk about. Some of that is simply by tightening decision times, and some of them is about being smart about deployment of technology to enable us to make changes. We believe that modern trade offers an environment which is conducive to certain categories, and because it offers a certain shopping experience which is helpful for those categories. And modern trade is now getting to a certain size and a tipping point of sorts. And
you said it's about 10%.
Approximately 10% or so. Yeah? And all I can say is, as far as we are concerned, we have a metric in our mind that we must find a way to make sure that in the segments and categories of tomorrow, our share becomes higher than the average that we've got. When that happens, we start getting a tailwind as the contribution of these undergo change. Modern trade is well in that position. There may be many people who don't have the ability to shell out a large sum of money at a point in time, but they aspire to buy high quality premium offerings. By getting into these price point packs and sachets, etc., what we managed to do is to allow consumers to buy into high quality aspirational brands. Maybe not at the same frequency as which someone else might buy, but that occasional indulgence, that occasional experience is something what we get. So the quality of what we offer at that 1 rupee is no different from what we would offer Dove. So Dove is that high quality premium product which we've got. We've now made it more accessible to consumers who couldn't get into it earlier.